Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Today we'll be talking about Silas, how to build him, where to use him, his awakenings, his skill set, what is he good at, everything you could possibly think to know about Silas. But anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, Silas. If you are lucky enough to pull Silas, you are one lucky son of a gun. Silas is one of the most key heroes for clearing Void Rift, Guild Boss 2, just about anything, campaign stages, anywhere where you have a boss that shows up that he's a pain in the butt, Silas is just going to delete him, okay? Now, Silas does have a few skins. He has his basic skin here. And then he also has the Penumbral King skin. A lot of people like the original. I like to go with this extra skin. I don't know. It's just, I'm a big fan of it. I mean, Silas is of the Starpiercer faction, which means he's going to be increased damage depending on which lord you go with. And he's also going to get that extended range. So basically, he gets one extra tile on his range, no matter which lord you go with. With Yovar, he's going to increase the faction team members' basic tributes by 15%, increase their attack ranges, and when deployed, faction team members' damage increases by 15% every 20 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So they're going to get a 45% increase in damage as long as Yovar is on the field for 60 seconds, which in a lot of the fights isn't really that big of a deal. Now, you can also choose to go with a lord like Araka. Araka is a little bit different. The two things here are the same, the faction tributes are the same, the ranges are the same, but for every one tile away from the target, it increases their damage by 5% up to 50%. Silas isn't typically going to get that full-on range, except for if you put him on Guild Boss on the bottom tile on the bottom left. That's as close as he's going to get. But if you're running a Yovar, that's going to be your better bet. And then the other lords are epics, and they basically just give the same 2 basic attributes. Now, Silas is also a marksman, which makes him a Piercer. Here's adept in slaying enemies from afar with physical attack, and he also does defense penetration. Silas is very good at this. This is what he's particularly skilled at. I'm going to go over here to go over his stats so I can show his attributes. Attack is 4078. This is decent. He's ignoring defense anyway, so it's not really a big deal. 11.5 KHP. Defense is 871. It's a little low, but he's on a platform, typically not getting hit. Magic resistance is 900, cost is 12, it's really low. Block is 1, redeployment time is 60, attack interval is 2 seconds, so he can be really fast. Attack speed base is 100, crit rate is 0, crit damage is 150%. Healing effect is 0, and rage regen is 0%. But rage regen auto is 13, attack is 10, and when he's attacked, it's 5. Now, for his promotions, on the first promotion, level 1, he gets that Blood Pact passive unlocked. Promotion level 2, he increases the range. He fills out these tiles here. Promotion level 3, he gets the Eye of Curse. Promotion level 4 is basic attributes. Promotion level 5 is the talent is enhanced. Promotion level 6 is more basic attributes. These attributes are very important. You always want to max promo your heroes, especially your damage dealers. Now on to the skills. On the talent, deals 20% extra damage to airborne units, so anything that's flying is going to get an extra 20% damage from him. After attacking 5 times, he triggers soul sniping on the next attack. This soul sniping attack is what Silas is all about. Soul sniping is what makes him niche. He's going to basically deal 140% damage that ignores 50% of the target's defense. Now keep this in mind. This is after attacking every 5 times, but this soul sniping, there's other ways to get this to trigger. On the basic attack, it deals 120% damage to one enemy, prioritizing airborne units. Essentially what this means is that if airborne units and a ground unit is right in front of him, he's going to attack the airborne units first. On Blood Pact, the first passive, if a unit within attack range dies, increases damage by 40% for 10 seconds. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 15 seconds. Now this passive right here makes him particularly lethal in Guild versus Guild, and also in Arena. On the next passive, Eye of Curse, after attacking the same target for 5 seconds, inflicts Eye of Curse upon a target for 12 seconds. Eye of Curse will be triggered only 1 time every 20 seconds. Soul Sniping will deal 50% extra damage to targets with the Eye of Curse. Now with Silas, typically your attack speed is going to be right a 1.0 attack interval to like a 1.2, 1.3. So he should be able to keep this up full time if he's targeting the same target like Guild Boss 1 or Guild Boss 2 or any stationary boss. On to the ultimate. This is where things get pretty interesting. Damage increases by 80%. Wow. And each attack becomes soul sniping. So everything he's doing now is soul sniping. And he also gets an 80% boost on that damage. That ignores defense and magic resistance of the target for 20 seconds. Basically the time of the ult. This ultimate has a cost of 900. It lasts for 20 seconds. And you start off on deployment with 500 rage. This ability of Silas's here is extremely potent. You can see he just basically lines up and his attack speed gets increased by 100 as well with some awakening, so that gets really crazy as well. Now, Silas also has a really cool bond skill. Let's check that out. Obtain the hero Vierna, the Wraith Queen, to unlock the following bonus effect. During the effect of Shadow Cloak, that's his ultimate, Soul Sniping deals 100% extra damage. More damage coming out of Silas. He is absolutely nutty. Now let's discuss his awakenings a little bit. On Awaken level 1, increases the attack speed by 100 when Shadow Cloak is in effect. Obviously this is going to be huge. You get extra 100 attack speed. He's going to be hitting every second or less with that crazy damage. Silas's A1 is very powerful. On Awaken level 2 is attack plus 300. This goes on to his base. Now his base attack is really low, so that 300 attack is extremely valuable, even though we're ignoring defense. But onto the Awaken level 3, when there are more than 2 marksmen on the field, increases damage of the hero and 1 random allied marksman by 15%. Essentially, he's typically paired with a hex or something along those lines. He will increase both of their damages by 15%. Very cool. Awaken level 4, Rage Regen attack plus 2. So when he's hitting targets, he's getting 2 more rage per hit. Awaken level 5, the Mark of Eye of Curse will increase physical damage to the target by 15%. The Eye of Curse is the one that you have to stack up and keep stacked on the boss or whatever you're attacking for 5 seconds. And it lasts for 12 seconds, but it's also going to increase the damage by another 15%. Just more damage. This guy's kit is very simple, very straightforward. The more you invest into him, the more harder he hits. That is basically Silas in a nutshell. Right now on to the gear. Some of you probably been waiting for this. There's a few ways to build your Silas, and it really depends on how often he's going to have an inspiration unit with him and helping him out, because even though he's ignoring 50% defense, you still want to have that attack decently high so you can do a ton of damage. Infernal Roar is going to be his ideal set on the right side, and you're going to shoot for crit damage, and 1 attack bonus. On each of these pieces, you want to try to get attack speed, crit rate, attack bonus, and flat attack. And then for the attack bonus pieces, you want to get attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, and flat attack. Try to boost that attack as high as you possibly can. I will also go over some options for some tier 1 builds as well. On the left side, Warlord is going to be king. Attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage on the weapon. And then on the breastplate, you want to go crit rate, crit damage, attack bonus, and flat attack. Now you really want to put a lot of emphasis on crit damage, but you don't want to overshoot it too far, because if he's going to be ulting without a Dolores around, you're going to want to have some more attack to play with, help you down whatever you're attacking. Now on for the total stats that I have here, we have 22k HP. This is pretty standard, 20 to 22 depending on your Pantheon level. We have 14.9k attack. I try to shoot right around from 14 to 15 for Guild Boss 1. And then we have a 1.2 second attack interval. We are crit capped and 390% crit damage. Ideally, you want to get that to 400 and hold on to your attack at 14k, the best you can. That is the magic numbers that are going to get you the most damage out of your Silas. Rage Regen, I have him at 24%. I like to have a little rage on him for the comp that I build. This is not required. You can swap that 24% for flat attack, depending on what you bring him into. If you need him to ult faster, give him a little bit of rage. Now, on the artifact, there's 2 good solid options, and both of them are very, very good. First, we have the Spirit Siphon. The Spirit Siphon increases damage dealt to the same target by 10% with each consecutive hit up to 3 times. However, the effect will disappear if the hero switches to a different target. Spirit Siphon is known for being one of the best artifacts for a single target marksman, just period, bar none. But he does have himself a special exclusive artifact. I do not have it on account, so we're gonna have to go and find it in the forge so I can show it to you. Have not been lucky enough to get it yet. Go to the Wisdom Forge, and we are looking for his special little artifact here, Eye of Penitence. Increases damage dealt by 5%. Blood Pact now triggers periodically instead of triggering upon enemy's death in range. So he no longer needs to take out an enemy to get that extra 40% damage. It just kind of happens whenever he has a chance. If you have a level 10 Eye of Penitence, I suggest throwing it on and testing it with your run to see if it does better or not. But in all honesty, you're going to need his exclusive leveled up a few tiers, probably 3 tiers before it really starts to overpower the Spirit Siphon. But it is a very strong exclusive artifact. You have it, put it on. Now I wanted to take you over to Artifact Material Raid, just to kind of showcase just how powerful he is. He is one of the top 2 quickest at defeating Artifact Material Raid Stage 18. It doesn't matter if you have power dominance on or off, he can still do it as long as you have the gear necessary to do so. So if you're struggling with this, try your Silas and see what happens there. But anyways, let's go into Artifact Material Raid and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Turn power dominance off. Now this Silas is definitely extremely well built, but besides the point, he's still really good. Alright, so we're just go in there. Silas, he's under a Lord. Mostly not going to help him that much. We're just going to go ahead and put him down. I'm going to put an Oleg right here, or any tank or defender that is decent. Should be able to hold him off pretty well. And as soon as you activate his ult, it should take him down to nothing. Look at that damage. He just deletes whatever he's going up against. It is insane. He will take them out. We'll put a defender here just to hold these guys off for a moment. Every couple of attacks, he will do that Spirit Siphon. And here we go. If you don't get it done like this, obviously this gear is really well built for him. You can go ahead and put a Constance down or a Narvi and try to get inspiration effect to him. So that way he's doing even more damage when they goes against the boss. There's not very many heroes that can do that. He's one of the few. Silas is just amazingly strong. Now there's another place that we can use Silas that is really well known and what people like to use him in, and that's going to be Gear Raid 3, Stage 19, 20, or 21. It doesn't really matter. Just going in here right away, I can tell you he's just going to delete whatever he's going up against. Let's go ahead and start it. He's particularly good at taking out the boss. I'm going to start with Idril right here. I'm going to put down Silas next. Here. See, the amount of damage that he's doing is just incredible. Put down Dolores here facing left. Give him a little invig buff. That should help him do some more damage. I'm going to go ahead and place Allura up here. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Idril and Dolores. She should take out those enemies, and as soon as the boss becomes Silas's target, activate his ultimate, and he will just delete the boss. Boom, now the boss is easy. It's over. It's pretty much over already. You can pick these guys up. It doesn't matter. They are no threat anymore. We just go ahead and put up Nyx over here, and the fight will be done for. Here we are kind of on the end of the fight. We're just waiting for Allura to finish the job. There she goes. And we're done. I was just in there to take out the boss. You see, you get rid of the boss, the rest of the stages become easy. This happens on Void Rift and campaign stages a lot. Silas is the best hero for it. Now, I did promise you that I would show you some other gear sets that work really well for him. As far as tier 1 gear sets go, the first one I would think of recommending is going to be the Night Terror. Increases damage by 25% for 3 seconds after making critical hits. This is very consistent for him. He's going to be attacking so fast. He'll keep that 25% boost up pretty much all of the time. And the other one would be the Doom, which is single target damage plus 18%. It's 7% lower, but it's an option for you if you're struggling with gear. Now on the top side here for the left side, the best I could suggest is going to be Calamity or Annihilating Might. I would put more priority on getting yourself a Calamity set on him versus Annihilating Might, but whichever one you have that is better, that's the one you're going to want to go for. The other set that you can go for on the right side if you are farming Gear Dungeon and you get lucky enough is Cataclysm. So if you're struggling with Infernal Roar and you just happen to get yourself a nice set of Cataclysm, which could possibly happen, he does have an exclusive Bangle as well, so it's going to help increase the chances of soul sniping. This is not quite as good as Infernal Roar, but it's going to be better than your tier 1 set options. If you manage to get his exclusive piece, then you got a little something more to talk about. And for the left side, of course, Wicked Vengeance is a decent piece for him. If you can include a piece for him that is not even his, but an exclusive from somebody else's, that lands attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, and attack bonus, this can only happen in Wicked Vengeance on the left side. But if you can get that, whether it's his or not, you can put it on him, put Wicked Vengeance on him, and you're going to have the best damage set that you can put on for the left side. Anyways, just a little bit of a showcase for how my guild boss team works. I can show you my results and show you the results that I'm getting out of my Silas and kind of explain the differences in awakenings and how things go. Okay, so here's Silas is at 168.5 million damage. He's awakened level 3. He has a maxed out Spirit Siphon. He has really good gear. And he is also bonded. This isn't his maximum. You can get him up a little bit higher. Typically right around 200 million. And typically without the bond skill, he pushes right around anywhere from 60 to 100, depending on your gear. You add his exclusive artifact onto this, and this damage would probably go up another 15 to 20 million if you can max it out. But anyways, guys, I think that's all I have for Silas. This guy is an absolute monster in almost all content across the game. If you are lucky enough to pull him, congratulations. You just put the game on easy mode because he is definitely one of the top 3 marksmen in the game, period. But anyways, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to join the Discord. We have hero guides in there, stage guides, price guides, takeovers, everything you could possibly think of, and including a really, really good community. Also, don't forget to go over to Twitch and leave a follow just in case I go live if you're interested in that. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep digging.